For many rural communities, access to safe water does not end when a borehole, pump or water system is installed. The real challenge is keeping it working over time. In Kenya, 20 to 30% of rural water points are non-functional at any given time. Fluorosis is one of the hidden burdens of unsafe water. For some children it begins with stained teeth, but for others it affects their bones, movement and quality of life. These visible signs remind us why safe water is not a luxury, it is a lifeline. Crystal Water Foundation exists to solve one of the world's most urgent challenges: access to clean, safe drinking water. By combining proven purification technology with community education, the Foundation doesn't deliver temporary aid, it builds lasting, self-sustaining solutions. Each system installed is an investment in health, resilience and opportunity, creating measurable impact today and a scalable model capable of transforming lives wherever clean water is still out of reach.
We're on our way now to next stop, Kenya.
Yep.
The Masai Mara.
People in East Africa face serious challenges in accessing safe, clean drinking water, especially where communities depend on contaminated water sources and lack of reliable purification systems.
So there are two water sources, depends on the use. So if it's for construction, they get the water from the river, which is zero cost. And but now for them, they're going to sell that water to the end user.
Yeah.
Then it's for household consumption. That's either cooking, cleaning.
Yeah.
They get the water from a borehole, which is being owned by private individuals, and they normally buy that water at a cost of $2 per cart, which
$2 per cart.
$2 per cart, which has 20 liters.
20 liters.
Yeah, so in total it's 400 liters.
Okay. And the person that is selling from the borehole, are there lots of people in Talak who have boreholes that they can buy from, or is it just one person that they buy from?
There is one borehole that's being owned by a church, and another one is being owned by an individual.
Okay, there's two suppliers.
Two suppliers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But again, there are few individuals within Talak that have got boreholes. It's only that only the two are selling.
Only the two are selling, the
Yeah.
rest are not selling?
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. And is there ever any issues with the supply of water? Is the water always good pressure? The speed at which they can fill all of the cart with all the 20 litres times 20 bottles, is the supply of water always good?
It really depends on if it's raining, then the consumption of water in town goes down, because I think everybody has got their own small units of harvesting water. But during the dry season, that's when there is lots of queuing at both points, whether at the private owned or the church owned borehole. And if that's the case, and actually one of them is reliant on solar, and another one is reliant on the KPLC, the Kenya Power system. And if that goes down, then that means they're not going to accept that point, and
Everybody goes to
the solar. And again, during cold season, then there is no power, KPLC, there is no solar, then everything goes...
so they've got no business?
No business, yeah.
Okay. One question. The water that they're selling is for human consumption?
The water is salty, so it's mostly for washing clothes, washing utensils, and partly cooking. Okay. But for drinking, they normally buy it from the sender.
Do they think there is a market for high quality water, for selling from the drinking water from the carts? You know, selling at a higher price.
There is a market, and everybody will go for the
higher quality.
The high quality water.
Everyone will go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first borehole system that we're visiting. Solar panels. You can hear a pump. It's been installed for 8 years. 420 students at the school down there.
went offline for a dodgy pump and then was fixed. And I think there's an inverter fault as well.
We've got a flow switch, but there's no, it's outside of the tank. It's laid on top of the tank. So there's one flow switch controlling the level of these two tanks because they're in parallel. Now then,
It's not what.
it's not working because it's not in the tank. So it's not measuring any water level.
True.
When this water gets full, this pump is not going to switch off.
You'll see a lot of scaling with those boreholes that are really salty.
Yeah.
Everything will be
Scaled up.
calcium scaled,
And it's not too bad.
This is really not too bad.
Okay, okay.
So what are you doing now without this water? How'd you manage?
It's there was a time when this pump failed. It was a dry time. It's a dry season.
Yeah.
So there's no water complete. So the kids were forced to take some can from their homes. So they had to go to the river, which is
Yeah. Got you.
some minutes or hour drive looking for.
School area. And then the entire roof is the rainwater harvesting system. And those pipes take it into those tanks.
The community hospital and school all rely on the same unsafe water source, making clean water access an urgent shared need.
So this is the closest town to the Mar Trust, and this is Talek town, where we're going to go and have a look at a hospital and a community centre and a school. And this is the rubbish tip.
At Talek Maternal Newborn and Child Healthcare Centre, Dr. Angela carries the weight of an entire community's hope as the only doctor serving mothers, newborns, children and other patients in the community.
When people come in, children, and they're sick with various illnesses, do you think any of those illnesses are waterborne illnesses from where they are living, and they are drinking, poor quality water, contaminated water? Do you think that's
Yes, we have.
possible?
We get it.
You get that?
Because we have a lot of gardiasis, a lot of amoebiasis. We have,
So bacteria, viruses.
bacteria and viruses for the young children,
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
But even for the older and even the adults, we see these conditions
Okay.
a lot. Especially during August, September, before the rains. Usually it's become very dry and you can hardly get water. So I think they go fetch from the pool where the water is just collected. It's not a stream. But when it's raining, it's much better. Most of the water in the West is salty water. So when you have a distiller, it helps to distill. We have some in the ward actually. We are using now for the patients, even for us ourselves.
So there's no real indication here of anything.
No.
You buy it and you have no idea of whether it's working or not working, or whether it's delivering quality water or not delivering quality, but you've got no idea. And this is the RO tap that you get with it. That comes with it anyway. And the waste is probably just now, the waste will just be wasted into the waste pipe. In my opinion,
I agree with you.
this is not really a desktop system. We're here to seek out our first project to purify the water source. So we don't care what the water source is, whether it's a spring or whether it's a borehole or whether it's rainwater harvesting. We will purify it with the equipment, the latest equipment, which is very good.
This is also the source of water for the facility.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the well.
This is where we get the water.
This water.
Fluoride contamination causes two distinct, separately documented health conditions: dental fluorosis, also known as cosmetic enamel staining, and skeletal fluorosis, also known as bone joint disease. Reverse osmosis is the only reliable technology at this severity of contamination to purify such water.
The elders of villages are getting stained brown teeth because the fluoride content in some of the source water is affecting the teeth from the inside, causing health issues.
Many local residents choose nearby borehole water for convenience, even when it is contaminated rather than travelling some distance to access safer treated water.
There is a sort of a fundamental difference in perspective on value of water. Yeah. What we decided in 2022 when we started these projects, we said for sustainability reasons, but also for value reasons, people need to pay for water. It doesn't need to be a lot, but it needs to be something. And that goes into the bank account from which they can take real ownership of their project. But now with a lot of water sources coming in, providing it for free, that whole sort of fundamental reasoning is being diluted.
They'd rather drink salty water, which is closer to them. For example,
I was
a
just-
house that's just around the
it was-
house from the bowl.
It's the convenience factor, right? Surely it's like us at home. If it's convenient, we'll do it.
So that
So I
outweighs.
think the convenience is a massive factor.
Yeah, I mean, that's the practice. That's what practice shows. It outweighs. The convenience
Health.
outweighs everything else.
Health. Yeah.
And so there's a lot of work to do on awareness. And like you said, like, please, understand. Understand the consequences.
They don't understand, do they?
No.
They're just drinking water.
Or they know and they just don't.
Sometimes they say that going to fetch water from a river, the river water is sweet. Kind of. Instead of you having a chlorine dispenser here, cleaning that water, for example, they prefer taking that sweet water from the river.
Mm.
When, for example, when the borehole stops working, for instance,
Mm.
you can know more people coming.
It seems important to do the work
Yes.
the nearer
Yes.
a school, the better.
Absolutely.
The nearer a hospital,
Or a
the
clinic.
better.
Yeah, absolutely.
When communities, schools and hospitals depend on unsafe water because cleaner options are costly, or far away, or boreholes are broken down, the work of providing reliable treated water becomes urgent and life-changing.
83% of boreholes that have been installed in Kenya are faulty. So one of the things that we're looking at now is to install pumps in faulty boreholes. Can we revive these things? That would be a huge amount of infrastructure has been spent on installing these boreholes. So can we do something to, get them going again? There's like a bolt-on education piece that needs to go along with this, which is training everybody into, why is this important? Nobody wants to get ill, which is what's happening. There's going to be a lot more challenges than we anticipated, primarily around all the way from education pieces to people in the communities to how do we make it so that they follow up and change the filters when they need to. What technology can we install that's not going to fail after a couple of years? So there's a huge amount of work to be done.
And we're looking for how we can get very good quality water to as many people as possible. That will be commercially, they could sell it, or a charity. We have access to the filtration and pumps and all that infrastructure.